Hi everybody, it's YaYa Rambles here, and I'm coming to you from in front of this door. My husband's out of town for the first time in forever. I stayed home and I'm going to work on some projects, and the first one is tackling this room. This is my warehouse, office, inventory, future, what I'm going to be doing when I retire. So I've worked on it a few times. It's had some stages of getting organized. I'll share some pictures with you of how it's changed over some time. But the next few days, I'm going to try to get it to the point where I will be happy and I can start working on things and start getting some stuff listed, because I also have a haul I'll have to share with you after I get this done, because I stopped on the way home from the airport and oh my goodness. So let me show you what's in here. My cat snuck in while I was getting ready for this, so we got to open the door before it freaks out. Give me a second, we'll turn the camera around. Okay, here we go. So this, and there's the cat that snuck in. So this is my warehouse office, and it's not that bad, but as you can see, I've got a clothes rack right there, which is kind of taking up some room. And then I've got my desk, table, etc. You can see all the stuff that I've purchased recently. You've seen a few of those things. Down here on the floor, I still have things that I got when I went to Georgia. Haven't got them settled yet. They're just kind of staged up in some containers. So we need to get that taken care of. There's the lamp that went with that table that I got for, what was it, $2? $4? I'll have to go back and look. So this is another wall. As you can see, we've got boxes galore, personal stuff up top there. There's some shipping supplies. And then I started just kind of putting stuff on shelves right there. Ironically, at the thrift stores on the way home today, I picked up another half of that kind of thing. So we'll see where that's going to end up going. So yeah, so you can see there's a lot of stuff. There's an entire wall back there. Goes up, there's the fan, there's some bubble wrap. Okay, and Vicky, here's where all the blankets are, which I picked up a few more in the last few days, of course. So this is what it looks like now. And then if we come over here, you'll see there's another shelf with fabrics and linens and etc, etc. And then got some stuff, hello, Hawaiian things hanging on the door there. Then we've got a lot more shipping supplies right there. And then we've got behind that wall, or that door rather, I'll close this door. I've got stuff hanging on the door there. And then you see I've got a couple of things hanging there, which I'm terrified of blades, but I'm going to try to do some cutting of some wooden things. I'm thinking I'm going to put a pegboard over here and then hang the stuff that's on here, hang it up from the pegboard instead of the way it is, because it's just not working for me. So, all right, so that's that. And I will show you the after in a few days. Of course, for you, it's just going to be a couple of minutes, but Anyway, oh, let me show you. Just picked this chair up, very excited. This is my brand new, to me, quote unquote, gaming chair. Picked it up for $15 off Marketplace. It's got some kitty cat holes in it, but that's okay. It's still in great condition, and it's very comfortable, a lot more comfortable than that stool, or rather kitchen stool thing that some of you saw in previous videos that said it looked very uncomfortable. And you're right, it really wasn't good for sitting for long periods of time. So pick that up. That's going to be great for listing. There's the kitty cat again. So, okay, I'll be back with you. I'm going to start moving stuff out of here, which is why I had to wait until my husband went out of town so I could pull everything out and put it in the other room. Wish me luck. YaYa out for now. Okay, here's YaYa. I'm exhausted. So it's only been about an hour and a half since I recorded the beginning. And so let me show you what I've done. And I'm done for the night. I've done as much as I care to do tonight, because the next step's going to take some doing. I'll show you when we get into the room. So basically, let me turn the camera around and show you what the living room, dining room looks like right now. Hold on. Those came off those shelves. And now let me show you what we did in the room. Okay, ready? Bear with me. So here's a few more totes. Got a few more totes there. Some stuff there. Okay, so remember what it looked like? Took me a minute to decide how I wanted to do the shelves. So this is what I've decided at this point. So, you know, before they were going across, you know, they were going across the wall. So what I've decided I'm going to do is I've got the one going against the wall. Then we're going to have two. You can see down there on the floor, I've got the beginning of another shelf. I bought two shelves today at the Goodwill. They were 3 shelves each, so I'm gonna put them together and make just one big shelf. I've got another one that matches, but it's in the garage, and I really don't feel like going out there and digging that out right now. So the reason we're done is because I'm going to swing around the desk, and I really don't feel like taking everything off of it and moving it. But you'll see what I did back here. I went ahead and took the metal shelves that were against the back of my desk, and because they roll, I've moved them so that one's over there. And this is mostly Christmas stuff. About half of it is personal Christmas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that entire back shelf there all Christmas stuff. So I'm not going to need to get to it as often. And when I need to, then I'll just roll this one out of the way, and then I can get to it. And then what I'm going to do over here is I've got the other rolling one right there. And again, it can roll, so I can just move it. When I need to, I'll just move it over there. And when I don't need it, it'll just live there. So that way I can get to all the stuff on those shelves. These 2 shelves here, what I'm going to have to do is there'll be 2 bins. So what I can do is just take this one out and move the second one down to get to it if as need be. You know, obviously not as convenient as having them like this, where they're just going to be 2 across, and that's actually just sitting there right now just to get it out of the way. So there's going to be 2 across. And the other shelves are going to kind of be like this, where I can just pull out the one, move the other one over as I need it, etc. So that was really the only way I could get that extra shelf in there, because I really wanted to put a 4th shelf. So that's what I've done tonight. As I said, I'm exhausted. It took a little bit of finagling to figure out how those 4 shelves were going to go in and everything. And as I said, in order for it not to be a real mess, I have to swing the desk around this way. So hopefully that's going to work out. But my plan also is, once the two shelves here are going to be against each other, that's where I'm planning on having my flat lay board for my clothing photography, and it can just lean against that when it's time to take pictures, and when I don't need it, then I'll just put it somewhere out of the way. So when my desk gets flipped around, then that will be easy for me to swing around, be able to plug in my ring light, and do my flat lays over there. So that's the plan. Around. I am a hot mess, so not gonna show you what YaYa looks like right now, but let's go ahead and go in and see what's changed. So here we go. As you can see, the shelving did get rearranged. Turned out that I didn't have exactly the same one that I thought I did, so we don't have 4 matching, but that's okay. The 2 together match, and that's all that matters, and who really cares? So as you can see, the shelves are configured differently. Yesterday they were just across like that, and as I told you, I was going to try to put 2 together here so that I can put my leaning board there, so I can do my flat lays. That'll come in and out as needed. So you can see I got my blankets back up on top. There's a few quilts and things that aren't up there because I just cannot lift them by myself. Don't have any more strength, and I'm too short. So this shelf over here basically looks the same. It didn't really change. It's got all the same things on it there. I do still have some clothes on the back of the door, and I hung some right there because I just don't have any place else to put them. So this stayed the same. I haven't done anything over there behind the door. I did take everything off of it, and I'll show you where it all went. The stuff that was on the wall over there. I may still do the pegboard, but that just hasn't gotten done yet. So what I did do is I still have a lot of shipping supplies. Actually, those are going to be extras now, because if you remember, yesterday I had shipping supplies all along that shelf. So what I did is I took it all out, and now I've got 2 shelves with stuff that's just available to see at a glance, so I can get to it, list it, know where it will be. Didn't get that extra little thingy set up yet because truthfully it's still in the car. I haven't gone out and got it. And now the bottom shelf has all sorts of cool ice buckets. There's some, you can see there's some punch bowls, so that's what's there. And then here's what we've got up here. That really cool white cat is a candle. I think I've showed that to you, but if not. So here we go. That is, and then I did change a little bit on that shelf so that that's also things. They're all in buckets because I need to figure out how to get another shelf in there. So in the meantime, I just took the boxes, and now the boxes are just on that lower shelves. Sorry, I'm shaking, guys. I'm just so tired. I've been at this since 7:30 this morning. So you can see that I've got the shelf. We'll go this way first. I've got the shelf over here. I was really excited that this was going to roll in and out, and it still will. But I'll show you in a second. I had to kind of change things up a little bit. But what I've got is it's going to hold all of my appliances that I'm going to be selling, parting them out. I've learned that from a couple of guys on YouTube. So shout out to Osborne to Thrift and Harry Tornado. That's where I found out about, or really got to understand the power of parting out stuff. So then we got, obviously we got some foam and some bubble wrap. I was going to try to do something with the clothes. That didn't quite work out. So this is where that clothing rack ended up. And I can still move it out of the way so that I can get to the boxes back over here. I did what I suggested I was going to do. I did end up over back behind this one is mostly Christmas that I won't need to get to anytime soon. And then the ones up here, I still need to go through and kind of organize those inside of the boxes. But so then I'll show you the other rolling shelf is over there. That's all covered with boxes. And again, I can roll that back and forth. I just have to move the clothing rack a little bit. So that extra shelf over there, I know it looks a little funny. YaYa, why do you have your boxes turned sideways? Well, they're turned sideways because that way I can get 3 of them instead of only 2 with some extra space. So what I'm going to do is I'm either going to just read what they say sideways, or I may relabel them. I don't know, but that's what we've done there. So then with these 2 shelves here, we're on the other side, obviously. So what I've done is, and for the most part, it's working pretty good, is I've got like a tote in the very back, and then I ended up putting the banker's boxes there just because they wouldn't really fit. These 3 shelves here ended up being a combination of purses and just miscellaneous things that used to be on the shelf over against the window that I just showed you. I rearranged it so that they're able to get to them. And so that's how that shelf looks. So give me a second. I'm going to go around to the other side. Okay, so this is the biggest difference. As I told you I was going to, I went ahead and I flipped the desk. So obviously the desk is now going this way. Plenty of room to walk there. And you saw I just walked around on the other side. There's my new chair. Fits perfectly. What I did was I took the other table, which actually I got this from my mother's estate. After she passed, it used to be her computer desk, and I asked if I could have that so I could use it in my office. So what I've done is I've turned it into an actual shipping station. So let me show you what I've done. Let me go ahead and move the chair so you can see what I did. So you can see what I did is I had a little shelf. You can see the little shelf right here. I had that was kind of hidden. You didn't even know it was in this room. So I took it out, and by putting the table up on risers, I do love me some risers, I was able to fit it underneath perfectly. So the shipping supplies that were over on that wall, I took them, and you can see I've now got them right here, and they're all really convenient when I'm sitting at my desk. I can just pull out whatever I need. I'll have the table right next to me where I can do some packing, and that's going to be fabulous. I really never had that before. And the way the desk was earlier, part of the white desk, the corner desk here, was sitting on top of the other table because there just wasn't room. So now I've got the table so that I can sit at and use it. And then I've got this table up on risers. So now it's going to be a perfect shipping station. And then what I did was I took one of the things that used to be in our kitchen until just recently. I did a redo of my kitchen pantry, but, and I'm sorry that's a little dark, but I took the shelf and I zip tied it to the table, and so now it's got the stuff that was over there behind the door. Now they're there. So I've got tape dispensers, which I pick these things up every time I find them at a yard sale or a thrift store. So I've got a good supply of them now, so I'll be able to have all the different tapes in it. And then I've got my box sizer and the little corner holder. Got some what do you call it? It's not Visqueen. It's, you know, it's that tape clear wrapping stuff. Brain's gone, sorry. And then down here we've got some tape, some twine, all that good stuff. So that's what's going to go on there. So then you can see I had this tape measure on the white table before, but because of the curve in the white table, obviously it wasn't really ideal. So now I've got it taped to the table. So again, either I can stand up, or while I'm sitting, I can quickly measure out things, measure my boxes, measure my clothes, whatever I want to do. And it's right there. And then I've got this whole table to do as my shipping station. So this right here is the light box that I made, and you saw it in the previous video. It was turned in a different way. And no, it's not going to stay there to use it. What I'll do is I'll either take it and I'll swing it over here so that while I'm sitting I can use it that way, or depending on what I think might work best, I may just go ahead and take it and put it over on that side of the table while I'm working. And that also will be getting good light coming from the light that's up above the table. But for right now, I wanted to have it so that you could see that this is going to be my nice size shipping table. So that is the new desk arrangement. I've got all my little office supplies there underneath that shelf I picked up on Facebook Marketplace. And I must confess, you see that? YaYa bought that probably a year ago. You see how it's still got the paper in it? Yeah, I've still been using my regular printer to print labels. So got that set up. You can see I've got here's that'll go up behind, come into the machine, and boop, 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 boop. So that's that plan. Then you see I've got a screen there that I'm planning on using so I can have two screens. Well, bring my laptop in, and obviously I'll be sitting here at the desk, and then I've got that. I just have to get some things to connect it to the computers or to the laptop. So, but for right now, I think I'm going to like that because I needed to be able to put the printer so that the labels could go up, and I wanted to be close to hand. I didn't really want to put them over on the other table. So I think we'll see. We'll see how this is going to work. And then, yeah, I have a hand and I have a foot. You never know when you need to show somebody something that you need a hand or a foot. So there you go. Those are my yard sale finds. So that's it, kids. I hope you enjoyed this before and after. Let me know what you think. What would you have done different? What do you think about my organization? And in the meantime, YaYa is gonna go get some dinner. So YaYa out.